Welcome back to another live session, traders. Second day of the trading week, and we are on a trade. We will be looking at that. First of all, welcome back everyone in this live session. Why it's black here? Let's make it white. Welcome back to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Traders, I hope that you are ready for this trading day coming up. Later today, we'll see that I think in our session there is coming up news. We can see that there is a news coming up in a couple of hours. So you'll see that Jaws job opening, followed by tomorrow coming up AUD news and dollar news. This is NFP week, guys. Pretty important week. Would like to see the best trade setup. If you guys ready for the best trade setup, then make sure you give a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell. So that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. So what you can see here on XAUSD, this is currently in a trend. And we can see the market in a trend, and in this trending market, we see the bearish trend, and we are on a trade on this early today. We have opened a trade, and which is currently moving in the major direction of that. So what we can see here on the lower time frame, this is the here on if you guys look at it, you can see this is a resistance here, and from this level the market has dropped back down with there is a doji here, and with the doji expecting for the market to drop down here, and we can see the price is currently moving back down, and as soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking for entry opportunity in this market. Let's look at to see what we have, and make sure, guys, give a thumbs up here. And also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Pretty important trading day here, that you can see the market is currently moving with a stronger momentum here. And we were on a trade. Also, we'll be looking at this trade here, why we have opened the trade, what is the strategy behind. And then we will be looking for possible entry in this market. So looking at the 4-hour chart here, we can see this is a here is what you can see. This is a from here a pretty strong drop here, and with the drop, okay, so the market with this doji formation has got a reaction to the downside, expecting for this market to potentially drop down here with a if you guys look at it, you can see this is a liquid gap here, and then big drop back below. And with that being said, what we can expect for the market to potentially to trend down here, and as we are running a trade, we may be able to add position in this falling market as soon as we will find it. Now, before we look for any entry, first of all, I would like to see that, guys, everyone is here. If you're here, give a thumbs up, first thing. And secondly, in the live chat, you can say yes, welcome, Ochi. If you guys can hear me, you can say something on the live chat so that I know that you guys can hear me. I see the screen is black. I hope that everyone can see. Things are well being clean here. Welcome, Amir. Yeah, Victor, every day. Thank you. And also there will be giveaway as usual. We do that like in our each live session. We got some really great members in the academy that I had a really good feedback from that. Those who has just joined recently from this giveaway, from this live session. Now, if you want to be a lucky winner to become a member in the academy for the rest of your life, this Forex Trading Wizard Academy can change your life. If you guys are here want to become a trader who really can make a difference, then stick till the end. You'll see that how you can develop the trading psychology, and also what are the fundamental education that you can learn from here as per the smart money way. Now if you want to trade like a smart money, then don't miss out this live session. Any part of this, take notes, and also at the end of the live session there will be a giveaway. The giveaway is one lucky winner from this live session will be able to join the academy for the rest of your life. Not only joining the academy, you can access all my trading tools, strategies, courses, mentorship, guidance, VIP chat group, and many more coming very soon under development. That the best trading education you'll ever find. Don't miss out. And also for those who will be writing on the live chat more and more, might be able to get more in attention in the by the algorithm to get into the competition. So make sure you write, share your thought on the live chat. And coming up, Jaws job opening in just a couple of minutes, couple of hours. We'll see in less than 2 hours. So we'll be covering in this live session. So what's your view on this Jaws job opening that I would like to ask you with a poll here? So let me ask you guys with a poll, what's your view on that Jaws job opening in terms of XAU USD? Let me ask you with a poll. So what's your view on Jaws job opening? Do you think that XAU USD? So if we look at the daily chart, we'll be doing a multi-time frame analysis. Do you think the price already started to drop from the daily high? Do you think that the market with this spike, it's gonna catch the daily 20 EMA, or it's gonna revert back to the upside to the daily resistance? So that's the question. Your opinion absolutely matters. So do you think that XAU USD 20 EMA, is the market going to the daily 20 EMA, or it's bouncing back to resistance? So I've shared a poll, and if you guys share your opinion, will be absolutely helpful here. Now let's see that where the market is potentially be heading with the Jaws job opening, and let's wait first of all to see where in terms of the market structure XAU USD, we can see there is a rejection again, and it's a strongly falling market. We are on a trade as we discussed, and I think that here the market may revert back again to the downside. Let's see where the price is had a complete breakup structure, and now it's trying to return back again to the upside. I think it's a strongly falling market. Highly likely you could see potential rejection here. 4 hour, we can see the price is almost to the above this level. If we look at the 1 hour, we can see the market has moved back up here. Here is where you can see the lower time frame. It's back to back 2 dodges, and there is a multiple liquidity trigger in this lower time frame, and with this narrow doji, as let's see if we have an entry here, and I think that we might find a potential entry. Looking at the 1 minute chart, that the market has moved back to the upside, we will be placing a sell stop here. I will be later explaining the strategy, putting a stop loss above this high, taking a TP target to this level here. If we look at the 1 hour, we can see the market, we are already running a trade. Would like to add another position here in that zone with a with this one here. Now you can see this is a lower time frame price action. in that area. So this is the support level on this, and would like to place a sell stop here. So you can see the sell stop, and sell stop here at 3305.49, placing a sell stop, though we are running a trade here. And I would like to see that it's getting rejection again, and then if it get rejected from the top, we will be on the trade, as it easily can go back up for a deeper liquidity grab. At the moment, would like to see that it's getting the reaction that needed. So sell stop at 3305.49. we are running a trade on the VIP, so I'm not adding to the VIP group, and we will be for those who are in the live session, for them only, because we are on running a trade. So it's a 3312 we sold, which is still running in profit, nearing to the entry, but we might see the price to return back. I'm not doing any break even, but if the market drop back down here, we will be again in a sell trade from this level. Let's see if this rejection that we can see is a potentially a rejection, or it's a reversal. Now if the market return back from that high, there is a liquidity here above this level. If it reject from the top again with another momentum, that's where you could see the market to trend back down here to create a new lower low in this market. So here's where you can see that the market to return back here to the support level. So let's see that where it is coming. And so here's where you can see that this is where a bearish candlestick pattern formation on XAUSD, and if the market is trending back down here, that's where we will see the price to potentially return back again to the support level to create a new lower low in this market. So this is what we're waiting to see. Welcome, thank you, thanks for joining the live session. Let's look at to see where the market potentially might be heading here, as if we see that rejection and potentially return back to the major direction that we could see, then we are on second trade here at the moment. So let's keep that on, which is which we might see that drop potentially, as this is a long-term bull market, bear market at the moment. And if you look at here, you can see this is the 5-minute chart. With this lower time frame drop here, the price is trying to revert back again to the major direction of the trend. So sell stop is here. If it is coming for this drop, then we could see the price to break below here further to the downside to create a new lower low. So we'll see here how far it might be doing, and based on that, so sell stop at 3305. So place the sell stop. Once the market dropping here, we will be on the trade and waiting for that to happen potentially. And once the market trigger here, we could see that potential drop down here to the support level, as this is currently in a bear market. We could see for the price to potentially drop down here, break the low, and then potentially return back to the support level again. And if we look at here, what we can see that from the lower time frame price action, this is highly bearish at the moment in that area. So we may see for the price to potentially return back to the direction of the trend. Wanting to see the market to return to the direction of the trend here. And what we can see that in this market, this is a you can see there is a reaction from this support level, and that reaction might be a deeper liquidity gap. We'll see that where it might be heading to. And if you guys look at, you can see this is a look at the 1 minute here. Also you can see it's a falling market. So here, with that being said, here, as this market it's in a forming a structure in that area, the reason the stop loss, the sell stop is here is because if you guys look at it, you can see this is a support level. So once the market managed to break the low, we can expect that extension in that direction for further continuation of this downtrend here. And you can see the market is in fact showing that possible a break of support here. So waiting for the price to potentially show its hand, that possible movement. And it's showing that bearish move possibly in that area. We are on the trade currently on this one. So the trade is running in, the trade is triggered, and with that trigger we can expect it to continue to drop. So we have also running trade and another trade here, and this is where the market may potentially so you can see that there is a multiple liquidity grab, expecting it to remain bearish in that area. So this is the 1 minute price action where the market showing possible a drop here. So here what we can see, the market is, if you guys look at it, you can see here it's a bearish move. So we are on the trade. Let's catch some peep starting of the day with this trade, and expecting it to come down here to create a new lower low, and wanting to see that it's melting that down. We are on the trade and running in profit, and let's hold it for further drop here, wanting to see the market is breaking below and then creating a new lower low in this market. So let's wait to see. And are you guys with me? Let me know if you are running this trade. And the most important part here for us is to look for that. What do we need to look for? Falcon. Let's wait for that. All right, so here is some reaction coming up, and it's a very tight stop loss, and you know, like to see that getting that reaction to the downside. We have very tight stop loss here, 48 pip, and a bit volatile market because of the Jaws job opening coming up. We see some increased volatility at the moment, and I would push my stop loss above this high, so putting the stop loss at 3312 level, because it might go for another retest. So for a few pips, not gonna risk it. So my stop loss I moved at 3312.27 here at so the previous trade was set at that level. Yeah, so the stop loss, the new stop loss set at 3312.27. So now it's forming a doji. That's weird doji here, expecting it to break below in that direction. So here wanting to see the market to come back here, fill that zone, making that head and shoulder, and then to return back in the major direction. So if the market is trying to, this is a it's forming quite a few long week candles in that area, which is look unusual, but let's see what the market is trying to do here. Risk management is key, guys. Make sure that you strictly do the risk management here. The stop loss is pip is not a lot, is because of that reason, so that if the trade doesn't work out, then we will be re-entering with another trade. But make sure that you keep your risk managed for each trade, which is the most important part. As you know, you can see more often we win big trades, so that's the goal here, is to keep the big winner, and then the small, if the trade doesn't work out, then we will be closing fastest time possible with a smaller you know, that smaller loss. So that's the key here. Let's see what kind of structure it is forming in that area. So here we might see some penetration in that area. We'll see that what he's trying to do. Narrow doji formation. If this one is a head and shoulder, then we might see for the price to break below from that head and shoulder, and then to trend back down here. So it expecting to see for the market to form a head and shoulder, and then to break that support level from this zone here. So the bias, if you look at the 1 hour, you can see the market is almost to the 1 hour resistance, and the bias still could be to the bearish, but just it might grab liquidity and then could return back again. So looking at the 1 hour here again, we can see this 1 hour candle here is if you look at here, you can see it has a long tail at the bottom, and because it has a long tail at the bottom, the probability to already dropped well below, expecting it to drop further below, and then to possibly to return again in the major direction of the trend. So lower time frame price action, there is a 1 minute candle here, and with that 1 minute candlestick pattern here, what you can see the price to possibly to a break below that level here, and that's what we're waiting to see for the market to come down and then to give us that possible some, that, because if it drops below here, which is expecting, then we might see that the market to trend back down well below with a stronger momentum. For me, I think that the probability to drop below is higher than the probability to turn back. And so we're waiting to see that the market to show that potential a breakdown here with that candlestick here. So looking at in that area, so that's where you can see there are a couple of dodgy formation here. So we see the sideway, which lower time frame sideway means that this is in an accumulation phase. So once we see the big boys accumulated the orders, then they started to expand with a stronger momentum, waiting for that to happen. And until that this is a I would say that complex structure, because if you look at here, you can see series of higher low and series of lower high. So in this kind of structure, there are two-way probability to break in that direction or to break in this direction. Because the long-term trend is down, so for me the bias is to break in that direction here. This is what we are looking at. And in the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't joined the Telegram, you can join that link below this video for more update, education, as well as trade ideas that I'm posting every day, so that you are not missing any of this content that being posted every single day from this channel. If you really want to become a trader who can make a big difference in your life as well as the people around you, do you want to make a big difference? How do you make that big difference? Thank you. Please, I have not received any message since last week Friday. Okay, so it should be. Have you used the website? Should be. Everyone got that? I think somehow the team missed it. Let me see right now. It's not very good to see that. Let me take action right now. That should have done that, but let me see. Okay. Okay, so I see that your email start with wisdom. All right. So I would say apology for this delay. Okay, so there is an email sent back to you for your confirmation, and you will receive your package as soon as the live session finished. Thank you for confirmation. So let's get back to it, and for those who in this live session will receive one lucky winner here can get access to the academy for the lifetime. So make sure, guys, as I mentioned, stick till the end for entering into that competition to become a lucky member in the academy. And also the academy would like to welcome you here to learn and grow as a trader. So here is what we can see, quite a few narrow candlestick pattern formation. This is this long wicks is very, this kind of candlestick pattern is what I can see here is there are two ways possible. It could easily go back up to grab more liquidity and can drop, or it can drop from here. This is a sometime the market creates that kind of structure that I mentioned earlier. So if the bull's not getting any fuel here, it might just drop back from here, or it might just go back up, grab liquidity and come back down. Thanks for joining the live session. Yeah, let's see what's on the market. Now, not only one trade, we are doing a live trade here. We are opening a live trade. But at the same time, we focus on learning, okay? Developing the trading psychology, which is the most important part of becoming a trader, is to develop a trading psychology that is important. Here what we can see, as I mentioned earlier, quite a few narrow doji formation. This is a very unusual price action that I see. Now in those situations, if you guys look at, you can see the market will never give you just one directional trade. It will just create a lot of ups and downs. That's the nature of the market. So as a smart trader, the smart move is wait patiently, let the trade play out, but at the same time always do proper risk management depending on what kind of strategy you are using, so that you are not going out with one trade, neither you are not making money, but you are trading. So you need to be optimistic in both directions. So you need to take a risk, and at the same time you need to do the risk management, so that you are not trading very small, always a small lot, so that your winner is getting smaller, or you are not trading too big as well. So hope that makes sense. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. We could see here is the lower time frame 1 hour chart. We just grab that that unusual liquidity here, so might be able to wait for the next one. Is still on it, and quite a few long wick, and this is also a long wick candle here in that area. And with this long wick, expecting it to I think we might see, we need to let this one go and wait for the next one. It's, yeah, so it's gone to the upside, and we are here to minus 59 pip, no problem. We will still have the full session. We can take that back. So I trade, when I look at the market, I always especially in the beginning of the trading career, so when you see the market has gone the other direction, you consider it as in the market, and it's gonna come back again with the next trade. The most important part here is to maintain proper risk management, and from that we can once we see the price has revert back, we can look for that further entry opportunity here. So here is our previous trade is still running, and as if you look at the 4 hour, you can see there is a rejection from this level. It's almost reaching that current session's high, current session's 4 hour level, and as the market has returned back to the 4 hour level, to the current session, expecting it to move back up again. And as you can see, this is quite a few long wick candle. It might try to reach that level here, and with this retest, we might see the price to return again back towards the downside here, waiting for that to see. As this market has got back up, this is a key level here. So you can see the market in that level tested multiple times. If the market is not being able to break that high here, that's where you will see the market to drop back down again. I hope that guys you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up. We had the first trade gone completely the other way, but we'll be waiting for the next one to come up once we see that, and we'll see where it is heading to at the moment. So with this one, looking at the 1 hour, that's a very unusual bounce, and this current session's candle closing, it was a very unusual bounce from such a long distance. And at the moment, we can see lower time frame. This is where you can see this is a resistance. All right, so waiting for that the price to come back here. All right, there's a doji. So you can see here, it's a doji, and expecting it to break below in that direction here. That's the price action sometimes act in a way that it doesn't show the proper directional bias. Will be on GJ. Yeah, we would like to see also a currency pair here. We don't want to limit our search or watch on XAUSD only. And here is what we can see. Looking at euro dollar. You guys looking at euro dollar or GBP/JPY? GBP/JPY looks to me potentially bearish here. 4 hour we can see it bearish, and euro dollar getting a bounce as there's a dollar news coming in a couple of hours. Just in an hour, and you can see there's a bounce. So euro dollar might be also remaining bullish here, and here is what we can see. There is what we can see, the market is moving back up. Here is a neckline of this previous support and resistance. This is sometime, if we look at the market, especially when breaking out from a consolidation. So if you look at here, you can see euro dollar in this area. Here is the support. It's a dynamic support. As you can see, this is the 1 hour chart, and when the market trend in this way, we may see the price to going back to the order block, because it's a dynamic support, getting rejection from here, expecting euro dollar to go back up to the order block. So this is what we could see in this session on here on euro dollar. So if we find proper entry, especially in that area, that's where we can look for potential buying here, and that's what we're looking to see on euro USD to bounce back up to that level. Now, leaving euro dollar as on the watch list, let's look at here on this one on XAUSD. Okay, so you see there is a 1 hour candle closed, there's a doji, and it may retreat back. This is the 1 hour, and there is a 1 hour 20 EMA here. So either the market to return back down here, or to go back up again to retest this high here. Now for me, the best place to re-enter on XAUSD, if the market retests this 1 hour 20 EMA, it may or may not, it still can continue to drop back to the support level here. But once the market, it looks very bearish at the moment. So if you look at the 5 minutes here, you can see it's a complete break below, but still not entering, is because the market is at the moment is very volatile, and in that market, what you could see the price to here is the resistance. Okay, resistance, an important level. So from the 1 hour, if we look at here, okay, so here what you can see that there is a support and bounce from that support. We can see that from the support level, there is a possible break to the upside, and we might see the price to go back up to that level where there is a liquidity. Okay, so we did, after break of this high, grab the liquidity, and then to come back here. So quite a few long wick doji here, and with that long wick doji, expecting for the market, what I think that it may go back here to grab liquidity and then to return again. So this is what we're waiting to see. 1 hour 20 EMA is quite important here, and here, if we look at, it's going to a very important zone. We might be able to find an entry through sell limit. It's the 1 hour 20 EMA, and if we look at here, so you can see the rejection coming from the top, and with this rejection I would like to place sell stop here below this level, stop loss above this high as above the 1 hour 20 EMA, bit wider stop loss. It's already at that level that we set, but I didn't place the order yet. But if the market managed to break below, what I think we might see the rejection. So placing that sell stop, though we see already tested the level, but it still didn't enter. So placing a sell stop here, and at 3309.88, stop loss 3319.90, 3309.88, stop at 3319.90, and TP target at 3293.19. So placing a sell stop here and expecting it for the market to, if it breaks below here, we are on the trade. We are running a trade already. I would like to place another one, also sending it to the VIP as well. Sell stop at 3309.88. So here what you can see, that sell stop and place that below this low, as the price has just reached that 1 hour 20 EMA level, and if the market return from that zone, that's where we will be on this trade here. And here it's very interesting price action here in that area. So you can see the market approaching that high, and where the price to, yeah, so it just tested the 20 EMA, which is a very key level here, as in the past the market has got rejection multiple times from that level. We may see now potential revert back down here with that price action, and wanting to see the price to return back again from that that liquidity zone if the market is not trending again in that area. So pending order is placed, and as you can see, So with this one here, as the reason I placed the sell stop below this level is because if you guys look at it, you can see this is where we saw there was a consolidation, and from this level the market has bounced, and we might see for the price to again return back in that direction here to that support level. So we might see the price to potentially trend back down here and to revert back again to the support level. So here it's bouncing again. There's a 1 hour 20 EMA, and which is another trigger. So here is what you can see, the market is doing that here, and so this is the market above this resistance line, which is a very important resistance. So here we can see there is a narrow smaller candle. Now if the market is getting a rejection from here, we may see the price to potentially revert back again in that direction. So as we can see, the price just crossed the 1 hour 20 EMA. So 4 hour as well, we can see the price has just tested the 4 hour high, previous session's high, and now if the price to start a new uptrend here, which could be a different price action. If you look at here, you can see this is a quite a few smaller candle is being formed. And now if the market reject from that, where you will be entering into the trade. Now you can see there is a long wick, and here where you see that the market to return back. GJ dropping, where the euro dollar is in a sideways GJ. Yep, GJ we can see GJ is in a downtrend, guys. We can see some bearish drop here. Let's see, as this week is very important for EN. Gbpusd is in a long-term uptrend, but we can see the market here is potentially coming back here. Okay, so this is an important support, and with that in mind, what you can see the price to from this level to return back again. Gbpusd is in a long-term uptrend, but you see the price breaking out from the structure, and because it's breaking out from the structure, we might see for the price to potentially come back here. Okay, so to come back here to that level where there is a liquidity, and okay, so here is that the price to, you can see this is a level here, and okay, so here the market may return here back. We see that so our entry here on XAUSD is at 3309, so it's not correctly given here. So the price at 3309.88, stop at 3319.90, and TP target at 3293.19 and 3.19. That's what we're looking at, and this is the entry, stop loss. And if the market is coming down here, we might see that trigger and then return back again to the support level. We might see that for the price to drop down here, waiting for that potentially to see. And if this support is broken, what I think that we might see a complete breakover structure, and we can catch this 170 pip in that move. Do you think it's gonna drop here? We have coming up news in 40 minutes, and that might be a key area that we can look for, that entry. And I see that, guys, some of you have liked this stream, some of you haven't yet. So if you like this stream, will be helpful. The YouTube algorithm likes it very much to be liked. So okay, we see that there is a narrow doji. What's happening with the Gbpusd? If we see an entry, we can look for it's a long-term uptrend. You can see 4-hour 20 EMA is getting some rejection from this 4-hour 20 EMA. So this one I'm waiting to see what kind of price action it is forming, while I was looking at euro dollar as well. So euro dollar is in a bullish trend here. So from the daily here, this is a contradiction a little bit, because daily, the market on the daily resistance on euro dollar and lower time frame is getting some bounce from here. Here is what you can see from this support level getting a reaction. So euro dollar may remain bullish from here. It easily could bounce back up, or it come back here, grab liquidity, move back up again. For me, I will be looking to buy euro dollar if it drops well below this level, in that support level here. So waiting to see on euro dollar. And if we look at XAU USD, that's where all right. So come on, here we have placed the pending order at 3309.76, stop loss at 3319.90, and TP target here. So as the market has crossed that 1 hour 20 EMA, if it is getting rejection from the top, we may see the market to to break this low here. Okay, so as long as the market structure is still holding, we still can expect it to remain bullish here. But if the market structure breaks, then we might see the price to come back well below this level here. Are you guys with me? So we are coming up here, Jaws job opening, TP, yep. Welcome. XAUSD, I would stay away from until it probes that is ready to go back down. Having a stronger plan is a good idea, okay? And one very important trading psychology, as we discussed, guys, in the beginning of the session, keep in mind that trading is, you have to be taking it seriously, okay? Because if you want to be a trader, then you need to be committed for long term, right? So if you look at that in terms of trading psychology, traders has to be flexible in terms of directional bias, which is very important, okay? Because if you are trading but if you are not flexible in terms of directional bias, what do I mean by this? You know why more often it's so difficult for some to trade? You'll see that many traders succeed, okay, and many fail. One of the main reason why traders fail is because of what I call the cognitive dissonance, which is a very, very big part of one's trading psychology. Now, why this happen? Okay, so if we ask this question, that why traders experience that cognitive dissonance when we trade, is because of see, when we open a position, the first thing that we do is that we stay fully attached, or in terms of the direction, right? So you want to be correct. So here most trader want to be right rather than being successful, right? That's where the biggest struggle for the trader. Now if you want to be a trader, you have to be very comfortable of being wrong, okay? And that's where the key to become a better trader, right? So because why this is so difficult is because the way we are taught, right? So you have to be right, don't make mistake, you have to be always right, and if you are not right, then you feel very embarrassed. And then from very early we develop a very strong sense of being right, and then if we are wrong, then we become very why the chat is not loading here. So if you are wrong at some point, which you'll see that more often in trading, that causes discomfort, which is called the cognitive dissonance, and that's where the traders become very emotionally engaged in trading psychology that causes them not to be successful as a trader. So to overcome that, because successful traders are those who are okay to be wrong, and that's a part of, it's a combination of trading. For example, your winning rate is 75%, for example, very good winning rate, but still you have 25% that losing trade. So 75% means that out of 100, 75 trade winner, but still you lost 25 trades, and that 25 trades probably at some point they came in a row, 5 trades in a row, right? And that in the 5 trades continuously you were wrong, but still you need to keep faith on your strategy, and that comes from the back testing as well as trading based on strategy. I hope that makes sense to you guys. If that doesn't make sense, you can let us know in the live chat. Let me see where the chat not coming up here. Okay, so it's loading now. Welcome. And here what we can see from here, getting that reaction to the upside. Come on, we need to see that break below for us to enter. This is the 1 hour. It's just crossing that 1 hour 20 mm multiple times. As I mentioned earlier, it's still maintaining that bullish market structure, and because it's still maintaining that bullish market structure, we may see the price to still remain back to the upside here. Lower time frame, our sell stop is here. As looking at the 4 hour, let's look, delete that, only keep this one, that one we are. So we've done enough pullback here. So you place the pending order here. Okay, so Euro USD, as we mentioned, it's now pushing back down. Now if Euro USD coming well below here, we'll be looking for buying, because this is the today's low here, and there is a chance for euro dollar to come back here for another retest, and that's why we will be able to find that entry. And you got a rejection from the top on XAUSD. The pending is still there, because we need to see if we want to enter, we want to see the market in fact change the trend, has broken from the structure. Let's wait to see how it is doing. Are you guys with me? Yeah. It's very the market is still not trending, so it still didn't break below. And at the end, there will be one lucky winner from this live session. Will be able to access the academy for the rest of your life. So make sure you stick till the end to enter into that competition for the giveaway to be a member in the academy. So you can see here quite a few long wick doji in that area, and in this zone you can see quite a few smaller doji formation. And I think that in this zone here we might see for the price to potentially we'll see that if it is breaking below, it's a very interesting price action because it may return from that level, it may not, depending on how it might be doing here. And let's see how far it might be going, and based on that we can look for potential entry. Still, it's this move is to me still unusual. At any point we could see for the market to potentially return back again. Now, as quite a few smaller candlestick pattern here, this is a narrower candle. Still we would see that the market structure is still maintaining that that bullish structure. So let's wait to see how far it is going. It's good. Now what's happening with the euro dollar? What are you guys doing here? So you can see that we have 20 minutes to go for the news. I think it's good idea is to wait for the market to show expand after the news, and as up with the news we may see the market potentially to return back again. And I think that with the news we might see the price to possibly to going back to that high liquidity zone in that area. So as the price is moving to that high liquidity zone, we might see the market after grabbing the liquidity to drop back again, as this market already overextended to the upside. I will be closing that pending order in that area. Now, as the market is has reached that such an important liquidity zone, we may see that the price to return, and now is already the market is overextended, and as the market already overextended, I will be waiting for the change of structure. And at the moment I'm going to close this pending order because the market is overextended, and would like to close this pending order. We will be readjusting the order. So I have closed that pending order here. As if you guys look at it, you can see it's overextended in one direction. We'll be waiting for now you can see that here it's overextended in one direction, waiting for the market to potentially return back again before we re-enter the trade. euro dollar, it's in a sideway. Now this trend is completely against the trend. If we look at the daily on XAUSD, guys, so we have deleted that pending order, so we'll be readjusting. Now as the market start to bounce back up, as job opening coming, we might see the price to potentially even retest that daily resistance line, which we might see that to for the price to retest here. Now I'm out with the pending order. We'll be waiting for the news, and let's find the best setup just with the news or after the news. I hope that you guys enjoying the live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Okay, so here okay, so we see that there is a breakup structure, but at the moment I'm not being tempted to place that pending order here, as there is a news coming. It might get a spike, so you don't want to wipe with the spike. Rather, we'll be waiting for the market to potentially restructure with the news, and then we will be entering into the trade. Waiting for the news to come up, and once we see the job opening data, as this is NFP week, if we look at the calendar again, just reviewing the calendar timing, now here is what we can see coming up later today in just a matter of 15 minutes. Job opening, followed by tomorrow you'll see the CPI on AUD, which will have definitely some impact on all the instruments, including the XAUSD, and also Euro tomorrow, very important, followed by tomorrow coming up in NOI session, ADP non-farm employment change. So ADP non-farm employment change is starting with the coming up with the data, and then with that one we will see that also CAD, GDP, advanced GDP on dollar, pretty busy week coming up. That is in a it's good for us as a trader to see some big news coming, and that will definitely help to move the market, and we'll see that what is happening. Thank you. Once goes, those still a drop. Yeah, reject from the resistance, should drop from here. We saw the rejection, but at the moment I have closed the pending order is because of the news. But if anyone has kept open, is still running in profit definitely, but I would like to wait as the news. Patience is key, as I mentioned. Let the spike to go away, and then we will be entering into the trade. So here's where you can see the market is in that. With a bearish price action. We see that break, and we have only 12 minutes to go for this news to come up. And okay, so you see that break, and 10 minutes to go for the news to come up. And here we can see the market from this level started to drop below, creating series of lower high, and it's almost coming back to this support, which is an important area of value. And it's got a strong rejection, but as I mentioned earlier, we see the price to, as the news is coming, we are waiting for that the price to show its hand. Okay, so with a big drop here, now we may see the pullback, and that pullback with the news, if it is spike back to the upside, that started to trend back down, that we will be able to enter into the trade. we see that a big drop here and pull back, expecting it to come back below here to create a new lower low in this market. This is if we look at this move, that's very unusual, because this is a resistance where the market should have been respected, but what we have seen, the price has just crossed that high and immediately revert back again, and therefore this move here is where we could see the price to drop back again to the support level, and this is an important level here. As with the coming up in 7 minutes, if we see the market spike back up, grab the liquidity, we could see the potentially the market to trend back down here, and that's why we're waiting to see that the price to show its hand in that area. Now patience is key, as I mentioned in trading. More often we can find immediate entry, sometimes we need to be patient here. As you can see, after break of this low, it's moving back up for another a deeper pullback, and that's where we will be able to see that the market to give us that potential entry in this market. So with this move, which is before the news, expecting it to move back up again for another pullback here, and then to revert back down again to create a new lower low. So as if this is not a news time, I would look to sell here. Definitely not now, because as you know, with the news there will be definitely a spread widening with the spike. Not a good idea to enter. But once we see that the market has done that spike, have grabbed the liquidity enough, then we can look for possible entry. As soon as you'll see that, we will be looking back into the trade. So here slowly it's creating that structure. And at the end of the session there will be a giveaway. So if you guys are watching, then make sure you stick till the end to enter into that competition for the giveaway, to enter the academy for the lifetime access to everything. So one lucky winner will get access to the academy for the lifetime access of everything that we are doing in the academy, including all the strategies, education, live analysis, as well as live trade that I am opening, including the trading tools, access to all of that. One lucky winner get entry to the academy from this live session. Once you get that, at the end of the session there will be that giveaway competition from those who are in this session here. Are in gold? Yeah. Are you? No, we are not in a trade yet. I have closed the pending order as we mentioned here. If anyone have, then definitely it's gonna come back to the profit zone, but I'm not in the trade is because as there is news coming and we have only few minutes to go, I'd like to wait for the market to potentially to show its hand. And once we see the spike is done, that's where we can look for entry. Waiting for 1 minute to go for the news to come up for that spike. You guys ready for that? We have only 2 minutes to go, 1 minute to go. And looking at the data here, so George job opening, only 10 seconds to go. What are the data has come out? First of all, let's look at that. So here is what you can see, that the spike is to the upside from this level, a bounce back to the upside here, and so you can see here, that's a difference. So that might cause the DXY to be a little weaker. Let's see how it has impacted DXY, and that causes that to be weaker. So that will bring dollar CAD down. I think that Gbpusd, Gbpusd up, euro dollar moving back up from that level. So we may see bullish trend continuation on euro dollar, and XAUUSD has, because of the weakness on DXY, we see some improvement on XAUUSD. Now would like to see it's a change or it's a pullback. There may not be a huge move because of this, because it's just one news. Rather, I would say that it's just catalyst for change, for the movement again potentially. And here you can see this is a level here, which is the previous support and resistance. Now here you can see the price. This is the previous resistance, turn support, turn resistance, and from that zone we can see the market started to break below. So this is a quite a few long wick in that area, and so we see that with this long wick there is a support down resistance. Now for an entry here, this is a very complex structure, not a very nice looking pullback, but if it return back for a weak fill, we can look for entry. So we need to look for the potential pending order where we will be placing if there is any. So we can see that from here it's breaking below. There is a pin bar here, and with that pin bar, if we look at, you can see this is a pin bar on the 5 minutes, and that might be a starting of potential downtrend here. But let's wait to see the 4 hour, 2 dojis, and I think there is a possibility for bearish move here. So we can place a pending order below this level now. If the market breaks that low here, we will be into the trade, keeping the stop loss above this high. So it's gonna be little wider because there is a volatility at the moment. So 3299.63, placing a sell stop, XAUSD, placing a sell stop at 3299.63, stop at 3311.09, and TP target at 3279.24. Placing that sell stop here. So place the sell stop at this level, and as this market started to break below, we may see that now potential drop down here. And if we look at the lower time frame here, this is a pretty there is a possibility for the market to trend back here to the support level, and the sell stop at 3299.63, placing that pending order in that area for this possible drop, expecting for the market to potentially one more drop will give that sell. My trade still has not been triggered, and I think we might see that trigger in the next drop. So if the market breaks this support here, we may see that drop here. All right, let's wait for the market to break the low and then to return back down. So if it bounce back from here, because it's a double bottom, we might see another retest. But if it drops below, that's where we're on the trade. You see that it's again getting for another potential rejection to the upside. The market more often does this. We haven't got triggered yet. Now it may return back from this level directly to the support level, or it could go back up again. So there's a doji, and that doji might lead that price. You can see there is a long wick, and we may see the price coming here to fill that long wick here. So you can see from here going back up to the resistance again, and with that level retest, we might see for the price to potentially return back again. So we need to see that break of support. As you can see here, it has gone back up to the resistance again, and this is sometime the market remain very choppy, and in those situation we have to wait for the market to potentially trend properly, as this is NFP week. As you know that during the NFP week, it's always a big week, that I would say, because during the NFP we open a lot of trades, especially as starting from today's session, the whole 3 days will be crazy, guys. Ready for big week, because during that time frame we will be able to find better opportunity. And as you know, the market has high volatility, which is needed for us to enter into the trade. And we can see this NFP week is where there is a high volatility, and that's what we need. Tomorrow coming up 2 news. So today as well, still we have quite a while to go to see which one is our best setup. And as always, the first virtue or the quality of a better trader is patience. So make sure you always stay grounded and patient for better entry. Even if you have a losing trade, that's okay, right? So that's where we need to be, because being a trader means you are okay to be wrong, as I mentioned earlier. And that's okay, because okay, so it's very important. And it's the key. Thank you. You can see here there is a doji. So you can see there is a doji formation, and in that area expecting for this market to potentially you can see here from this resistance we could see now potentially return back down here, and wanting to see the price to have a reaction here. We'll see how far it is going. Okay, so with multiple doji formation in that area, we can see the market is showing that that pattern here in this area. So it's after multiple liquidity grab here, we can see with this long week candle formation, expecting for this market to potentially trend back down here to the support level. So this is a interesting price action in that area here, and with a bearish engulfer, what we can see, the price from this resistance line started to form a series of lower high here, and with that series of lower high formation, expecting for the market to potentially trend in that direction. So here is with this is an important trend line here, and with this trend line, this is a resistance line, expecting for this market to potentially, here it has got rejection, and we may see now possible downtrend here. Let's see that how the 15 minutes price action is forming in this area, and this is very today the price action looks very unusual because of the NFP coming up, and with this NFP we may see the market to possibly, the market is not with the news we saw before. After the news there was a break, and then it's gone back to the consolidation here. So when the market in a consolidation, we just need to wait for that to clear up, to show a clear hand in it. That's the key. So here we can see there is a long wick in that area, structure formation with a bounce consolidation, expecting potentially the market to trend back down here to the support level. And as if we see the price grab form that long wick, we may see the market to trend back down here to the support level. We'll see that. Here it's a very choppy at the moment. One candle range is the worst place that we can trade, so better to wait for the market to expand. And we are still on the session, and also there is a giveaway as we discussed at the end of this live session. We'll still be waiting to find an entry. At the end of this live session, there's a giveaway to enter into the academy with me, to trade with me for the rest of your life, guys, to become a consistently profitable trader. Here, this is the best trading education you will ever find. There is a lot of growth coming up, including AI trading tools, strategies, courses, regular day trading workshop where you will be learning with me how to day trade in the VIP live trading room. So all of that accessible to the members in the academy. So if you are our lifetime member, you can access it for the rest of your life. So in this live session, every day from this live session, one lucky winner will be able to get into the academy. So if you are lucky winner, you will be able to access. So make sure you stick till the end. And also, if you feel bored, you can write your opinion. That will give you more time to engage here. Thank you. Navigate news. According to the news, is good for gold. The news has the data. If we look at the DXY, what you can see that on DXY, if you look at the 4 hour here, we can see this is a move here from this, okay, a drop and then the pullback. So with this drop and the pullback, where this is a neckline here, okay, so this is where support turn resistance, and support turn resistance here, this is where an important level that we can see on DXY. And as the support turn resistance, if you look at the 4 hour, we see that it's a bear market, a big drop here, pullback, and we may see the market to potentially trend back down here to this support level here. That might be, and therefore what we could see that in this market for the price to potentially to remain bearish here. So if DXY is bearish, as we saw the data has come out to be a little negative for DXY, gold might try to show either sideways or a little sideways could be. And as you know, the DXY in the past, we saw that more often DXY was mirror of gold. Now these days, due to fundamental changes, a lot of inflation, now we see they almost move independently. So in the past, it was mostly related with AUD USD and also with the gold, all DXY just mirror. Now we see that more often because of the high demand for gold due to the inflation and many other reasons. It's a safe haven. The market, gold market now moves independently. So I analyze gold independently regardless of DXY or any other instrument. So this is what we are looking at. And with that being said, here we can see the market here. We saw the drop and again pushing back up. This is not at the moment a good area to enter into the trade, but once we find the entry, we will be looking to enter. As we discussed earlier, patience is the key here to be profitable as a trader. Let's look at that here. And thanks for joining. Let's keep growing as a trader. So here is a dodgy long wick candle formation here, expecting it to break below here, and potentially there is a big move in that area. So there's a dodgy formation, and with that dodgy here, okay, so we can see there is a dodgy. The market has tested this support as a resistance. So you can see with this long narrow pin bar, the market started to potentially coming potentially back here to that support, and as it has a bounce, we may see that the market to this is a very unpredictable market for selling, because if you look at you can see the 15 minutes, this is a big bounce, a huge green candle, so it might still keep remaining a sideways or return back from here depending on where it is heading. Let's wait for the market to show its hand. In the meantime, guys, if you haven't liked this stream, I believe that you are enjoying the live streaming here. There is a lot of education, trading psychology, trade ideas that we are posting every day. If you haven't liked yet, you can do so, and also that YouTube algorithm likes it. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And in this area here, what we can see, the market slowly trying to push back to the upside here to the resistance line. You'll see that where it is heading. So here it's locally showing that, still showing that bullish here. And let's delete that one here. We need to delete the pending order again because the market again has returned back. This is a choppy at the moment, and when the market choppy, better not to be chopped, but to wait in a sideway until it get a clear directional bias. Now you can see that here this is a drop, the market moved back up here, and we might see the price to potentially to trend back again, and that's where you can see the price here. You can see the market in this area. Okay, here in that area. Let's see where it is heading to. So the market is still trending in a, we can see this still in a sideway, and in that sideway market we'll be waiting for the price to show its hand here. Now it's a completely sideway market, and I don't want to enter in a sideway, guys. As you know that it's good idea always to be patient. As if we look at the calendar here, looking at Forex Factory again for the upcoming days and sessions, what's happening here, if you guys look at it, you can see this is coming up tomorrow, AUD CPI, which is very important news coming up, followed by euro all day long, and dollar coming up tomorrow, ADP non-farm. I will be coming on live little earlier tomorrow so that we can cover this news coming up, including all those news, and that's where you will find a better trading opportunity. Later today also you'll see definitely a very good move in the market. So with that being said, guys, absolutely appreciate your support in this channel here. If you guys are here, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also always stay connected by joining the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video. So with that said, thank you, and I'll see you again very soon, trading live together in another session. Until that, stay well, stay happy.